Good morning, Gresham Wildcats. Today is Friday, May 25th, 2018. I have 4 friends from my classroom this morning who are going to lead us in the pledge.
My name is Shirley. My name is Reese.
My name is Kellyanna. I'm Reese K.
Please stand, face the flag, and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you guys. Oops, we held the play backwards this morning. Should have noticed that. All right, next week we will be over in Mr. Smith's class with our pledge. Let's head over to Mrs. Hoffman.
Good morning, Gresham Wildcats. Exciting news last night. The varsity boys baseball, team, they won. They did a good job. I saw a lot of you there. They did very well defeating the opponent. I also have a special guest here to talk about some other baseball that went on last night.
Hi guys. Yesterday we played against Marianne. We won. We had 5 points, and the other team had 1. We played good. Yeah, and that's all I have.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Hoffman and Mr. Hoffman. Let's head over to Mrs. Yeager.
Good morning, everybody. It's very warm already today. It is currently 74 degrees. Excuse me. It's going to be warming up to about 87. And I just read that the current record for Green Bay is 88 degrees, set in 1911. So if we get that warm, we might be breaking records today. Also, there's going to be some thunderstorms coming in too this weekend. So you might get wet. And with the hot weather and humid, there could be some severe ones. So just make sure you watch the weather and know what's going on and stay safe. And stay hydrated today. It's going to be a warm one. So have a wonderful day and a great weekend.
All right, thank you very much, Mrs. Yeager. Let's head over to Mrs. Goley.
Good morning, Wildcats. Tomorrow we have a birthday from Mrs. Phillippe's classroom. If you see Thomas Kakatosh, wish Thomas an early happy birthday. Have a great weekend, everybody.
All right, thank you very much, Mrs. Goley, and happy birthday, Thomas. Let's head over to Miss Jean Quartz.
Good morning, Gresham Wildcats. Did you know that a woodpecker's tongue can wrap around its head twice?
Woodpeckers must have extremely long tongues. Let's head over to Mr. H.
So, on this day in 1977, Star Wars, the motion picture, opened in American theaters.
Is Star Wars the first one, or is that like the second one, or like the fourth one?
First one to be released, the 4th one in the series.
And that one's just called Star Wars?
Well, when it was released, it was, yes. But later on, they changed the title to Star Wars A New Hope.
Why did they start with the 4th one?
Because they didn't know they were going to do prequels until the first movies did well.
Isn't there a new, Mr. H, isn't there a new Star Wars movie coming out tonight, too?
Technically, yes. There's a Star Wars story movie coming out tonight called Solo.
Could you tell us the order of them all? Because I always mix it up.
Let's see. You get The Phantom Menace, The Clone Wars, Revenge of the Sith, New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, The Force Awakens, and The Last Jedi. Then in between that, you've got Rogue One and the new Solo movie that's coming out.
Thanks, Mr. H.
Thanks, Mr. H. You're a rock star. Let's head over to Mr. Smith.
Good morning, everybody. I'd like to congratulate Charlie Hoffman and all the elementary boys baseball players. Congrats on the win last night. Joke of the day. What's the quietest sport?
Oh, I know this one, but I'm not gonna say it.
Bowling, because you can hear a pin drop.
Not funny.
Have a good day, everyone.
I don't get it.
You bowl, you knock down.
Oh, Mr. Smith, turn yourself back on. My kids aren't getting it either. Explain it to
So wait, in
If
bowling,
you can hear my kids, they're so loud I can't hear. I'm assuming you asked me to elaborate on the.
No, I just asked you to explain it because my kids are asking the same question. You were trying to explain it to them, so explain it to all of us.
can I get a
I mean, I got it.
in bowling?
Reese, to the office, please. So there's a saying, it's so quiet you can hear a pin drop. That means there's no noise going on. So even if you dropped a tiny little pin, you could hear it hit the floor. Now in bowling, you're taking a bowling ball and trying to knock over bowling pins. So when I say what's the quietest sport, bowling, because you can hear a pin drop.
Bowling pins. Got it.
All right.
Bowling.
Thank you.
Bowling.
Easter.
Automobile, Minnesota.
Mini soda.
Did you say my name?
Sure. Miss Easter, over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. Good morning, Gresham Wildcats. I do need to let Mr. H know that I've not seen any of the Star Wars movies. None. Zilch. Nada. Not one. So that order helped me.
Could you elaborate on why you didn't see them?
Not my type of movie, Mr. Smith.
Why do you not see it?
All right. Our lovely vegetable or fruit of the week, my friends need to be quiet, was the honeydew. It is green. And the following people will get to come down and try it after the announcements. Olivia, Allie, and Emily from 4th grade, and Gary from Mr. Smith's room. Nice guesses. Thanks for letting me do the Wildcat Wellness Bites with you all year, and we'll start it up again next year.
All right. Thank you very much, Mrs. Easter. Let's head over to Mrs. Truman.
Okay, boys and girls, here we go with picking those Wildcat Paw Points. In Mrs. Goldie's room, let's have Brock come down. In Mrs. Jean Quart's room, Brea. In grade 2, Mr. Smith's class, Sam and Michael. In kindergarten, Luke, Sky, and Christine. And as you notice, I'm picking 3 for all of these because it's getting near the end of the year. And if you can still earn those paw points now, you're doing a great job. Grade 3, Corey, Grace, Tori. Grade 4, Sam, Billy, and Sierra B. Mr. Hohenzi's room, Lexi, Caden, and Tristan. And last but not least, Mrs. Huckman's room, Alex, Chance, and Kiara. So congratulations. Keep those points being earned, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Mrs. Truman. For lunch today, have no school on the schedule, so I have no idea what you're having for lunch today. Maybe it'll be
Why school day? Why are we all here?
Maybe it'll be pizza. Maybe you'll have that lunch from Tuesday that we didn't have. I have no idea, but I'm sure you're going to have something.
Miss Philby, will there be chips and salsa?
I bet there will be chips and salsa, or there will be pretzels and cheese. I'm not 100% sure, but I would think that there'd be one or the other. So
Will there be a salad bar?
there will be a salad bar. All right. I hope everybody has a fantastic Friday. Remembers the Wildcat Way and is their best selves today.